Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 15 of our African Power Achievement run as Kongo here. Last episode we vassalized Benin, taking their capital for that sweet trade power over here in the Ivory Coast. Good stuff. Now, I was also kind of, at the end of last episode, well, actually at the end of it, literally at the end after it was done, I was kind of considering, slightly, perhaps the chance for a war with Spain. I was kind of thinking, a little bit. My reasoning being, well, they don't like us very much, first of all, so it'll be hard to be their friend. So that's kind of like reason number one there. Second of all, Ivory Coast, Cape Coast. Third of all, for some reason they stopped their alliance with Portugal. I'm not entirely sure why. I couldn't really tell ya. But, if that really means anything, then perhaps, no, they do like each other, but they're not allied, nor royal married. I am a little confused about that part. What happened here? Were you annulled? Portuguese opinion of Spain is rather high, however, the Spanish opinion of Portugal is not very high at all. Want your provinces? Want your subjects' provinces. Oh my lord, they want the Caribbean. That is why. That's what's going on here. They are hungry for the Caribbean. Portugal doesn't seem to mind that fact. Okay, that's interesting, to say the least. I'm a little intrigued here. But nothing I can really do about that. Okay, that's an interesting fact to learn. We're also going to decrease our army maintenance down to about right there to make some money. That should be an okay amount of, an okay problem that we have over here with our estates. That should solve itself over time. Now, Benin over here, they don't like us a little bit, which it's fine. They don't make us much money, even if they did exist. Even if they were loyal, they wouldn't give us that much money. But I do want to be friends with them. And this annexation over here, it's gonna take a little while. 1608, that is a really long time, actually. But once it's done, it's pretty much free states over some areas that are okay, some that are a little better than others. I mean, this one's okay. These ones, not so much. But, it's still free states, and I am lacking on the owning personal territory thing. I do indeed enjoy owning personal territory. That gives me a lot more money to spend on things I want to use them for, so, a larger army, stuff like that. All the stuff we want. I guess these guys will stand over here and sort of help defend. We can even turn this down slightly more because we'll have more guys. So we'll just bump that down a little bit. Okay, this fort up here is still going to exist for a little while. We'll get rid of it once it's no longer needed for the devastation. After that, we have a little bit of aggressive expansion over here in West Africa. We're going to move back towards Kilwa, actually, who Ajuran will not help, apparently. And that truce ends December of this year. Okay, let me actually move the troops over and get that started. We're going to try and do that a little bit fast. Do we still need these guys here for this? It's very little unrest. I'm a little wary about doing that, but, oh, can you guys... Oh, you can just walk over? Nice, that's good stuff, actually. I'm not sure if that's faster or slower than the 600 ship things we'd have to do. Let me also bump up the army maintenance there a little. Just a tad bit. We could grab the next religious idea, which wouldn't be a bad idea, but, we might want to start bumping up a little bit of admin, a little bit of diplo. Keep ourselves going in that territory. Our air is also fantastic. A just air is just what I needed. Pun completely intended, by the way. Oh, okay, I need to keep you moving, apparently. My bad. So the colony is doing pretty okay. Might want to start doing some more strategic locations for colonies. I might want to whip out another explorer just for that purpose. We'll see. Or I could just, of course, plop down the colony right here, no problem. We'll see. I'll also maybe want to start fabricating claims on overseas colonial areas. Perhaps. I'll want to discover down here at least. And do a little bit of colonization. If not much, at least something. Okay, now we can get Luba a little bit of production or trade. Looks like I'd like to see... Yep, okay. Emporium, that is definitely a bit of trade there. Good stuff. Of course, we do have a couple of loans here. Nothing too serious, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Yeah, just these 3 loans we can get rid of from a war with Kilwa. And from improving our economic base, which would be a good idea. Production efficiencies, of course, kind of important, but... I don't know, what do we want? Do we want to slow down the corruption? Probably. Let's try and slow down the corruption a little bit. Of course, that would require us to help out our Diplotech a little bit. Yeah, that corruption's not so fun to get rid of. Is there a monthly corruption for Protestant? I wouldn't assume so. The settler, legitimacy, prestige, discipline. Yeah, no, I didn't think there was, but just in case. I wanted to check. We do, however, get national tax, which has been helping us out tremendously. We'll increase these, and I mean, what would we go to war for, actually? Oh, conquest! Even better. Apparently you guys did decide to get a claim on something. All by yourselves, which is nice. I didn't even, like, ask them to make that claim, which is good. That's really useful for me. Good stuff. Okay, let's start the war without Portugal then. For that, you know, for the exact purpose of not having Portugal in it, you just know they'll come over here and grab some stuff up. As well as, we might want to declare war on Mutapa soon. They have all the gold that we want. Well, a little bit of gold in Zimbabwe, and some ivory, which is also a nice trade good. I know that annexing Moravia over here will be very nice once it's done. That'll be after Karagwe, of course, though. We'll go one vassal at a time. Preferably in order of existence. Ooh, a free Protestant in Benin. That is really nice. Oh, you know why I stopped doing this thing? Because of, right, yeah, that. I mean, you know, as long as my vassal wants it, that's kind of okay for me. That's fine. I'll try and see eye to eye with Portugal here for a little while. You know, having this alliance is really important. However, they decided to ally France. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. It's a little bit weird, but okay. Kilwa has very few guys, and they are tech backwards. Yeah, the tech is just bad. We'll put on some good music for conquering too. And we'll let the game take us away. What do we need to do here? Peasants, I don't really want to do that. Money, also don't really want to do that. What's the influence looking like? Sorry, this button. 86. It'll solve itself, but I really don't like doing this. However, the loyalty feels nice. There's not really another way we can fix this. I'll just spend the money. It hurts. It hurts. But I don't think it'll cause issues, which is my main concern. Now, you guys are on siege, I believe. Did I put you both on siege? I did put you both on siege. Good. And our other vassal, Benin here, they're starting to like us a little bit, which is good. It's gonna take a little while until they're loyal, but having them like us is a good starting point. Okay, we're actually almost done the war already. Just need to occupy everything, take their capital, find their army, and peace out. Now, are you... Oh, right, you're at war with someone else too, aren't you? You're at war... You're a defender against Antamoro, okay. Which means this is your army. Or sorry, your army must be over here then. Yeah, because you've actually occupied it, surprisingly enough. Well, unfortunately for you, that's kind of gonna cause you problems. Now, the other thing to ask ourselves is, do I want to give this to our vassal here, or do I want to Although there's not really a single dead core to whip out here. And now there's Malindi. I could take upwards of like the entire coast, right? Let me just check if I can do that. Let me just make sure I can. Yeah, like pretty much the entire coast. I could release Malindi as a vassal as well. Maybe I'm getting too uppity with these vassals. I'm making too many. Maybe we should just feed Maravi a little more. Or maybe I could just take it myself. That's... Oh no, we can't even release Malindi. They're right there. Right. That is a different thing. Mombasa, that's technically true. We could do that. Or I could not take all the land, give a little bit to my vassal, and ask for, you know, all of it here. Is that a rivalry from the Mamluks? Interesting. Well, we did rival them. I should have expected that. That makes sense. Have I embargoed you? I did. Okay, good stuff. We do have this colonist I said I would put over here. So we'll move those guys over. I don't think I'll take this stuff up here, so I'm just going to loot it. I've taken all of Malindi's loot, so... yeah, I do need to discover this with my ships a little more. I do need to go further with my my ships. Okay, so you guys are at medium. Surprisingly enough. I don't know why. Oh, we did discover it because we've taken this whole thing. We got a discovery spread, which is nice. That's some good stuff. Okay. Let's move these guys, I guess, away from there then, because we'll be finishing this war soon. I just have to wait for low. Waiting for low doesn't take much. We'll just... because I can't cross into here, so... Oh, well, you know what, actually. Okay, that's good, but... You know what? We're just gonna stand right at the connection where they'd stand, or I could just peace out. Let's not take that out of the equation. That would be a little more than I'm willing to take a coalition from. That'd be okay, because this area actually has the center of trade as well, which would be good to push instead of collecting. Yeah, it'll all go down here, and everyone will push it down to here, because no one collects here, so I don't care about having influence here. It'll all just go down here, where I would like to have more influence, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, we don't have the greatest trade capabilities at all here. But yeah, okay. I'll probably give... That's still a lot. Hold on a second. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this, then ask for their money and more reps. Then revoke your cores, maybe, for a bit of prestige. That would only be 48% to... and it would be a little more than that for Moravia, of course. The coalition's hardly anything. It's a lot of money, which is good. That's mostly what I need. Yeah, I think I'll just take it. It costs me quite a bit of Diplo, though. But I'll take it anyway. The Diplo is less important than the stuff I can give to Moravi. I'm hoping this isn't too much overextension. I don't think it is. We'll see. Ibo, Lindi, Kilwa, and Mzizima. Okay. Mzizima. Okay, so you guys are fine. You guys are absolutely fine with that overextension. It's really not that much, which is good. We can also pay back 2 of our loans. Hey, that is some solid stuff. I think I'll immediately go for some more imperialism down here in Mutapa. Just to get that over with. Ah, Portugal broke the alliance because we own this stuff now. Ooh, that is an interesting proposition. So now these 2 Europeans hate me. This one because I took their Africa stuff. This one because... screw you. I took the... Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Spain hates me because of West Africa. Portugal hates me because of East Africa. France, I rivaled them, so then maybe that one's actually my bad. That kind of is my bad, actually. Hey, Britain, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are having a fun time here, not colonizing Africa, because that would be fantastic. Except I don't have the range. Ooh, I almost have the range, actually. I pretty much would have the range, wouldn't I? I don't know what's wrong with this. The distance is large, despite the fact I'm here, you're here. It's really not that far. Like, it really isn't. I pretty much am next door because of sea tiles, but interesting. Okay, so now I think we're kind of on our own here. Let's try and ally someone else, because Portugal clearly doesn't like what's going on here. We might go with someone... Oh, you're actually kind of strong. Why is there a strong Mercuria here? That's kind of weird. I don't really like it. I don't really like it at all. But you guys are strong, at least. The Mamluks are also really strong. I don't suppose the Ottomans, in any capacity, no, not at all. Mercuria says yes, which is weird. It's kind of weird, but... I might do it, actually. I might do it. You would say no. You would say yes. Despite being almost identical in, like, many different ways. But you know what? I'll take it. Unless it changes. Nope, it's the same. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why. Not at all. But you're looking kind of strong, Mercuria, so... Actually, your land's kind of garbage. Maybe I should try and grab an area. Your land is, like, looking significantly better here. I think I'll try and grab you, actually. I like you better. Lose money to try and help out the natives. Unfortunately, that's a no from me, Chief, because that's expensive. We will, however, decrease the maintenance over here to get some money back. We can get some more points, especially for Diplo. Very important. We don't even need to take the Monopoly charters. We can just go right ahead. I do need to focus more on Diplo soon. I think I'll do that after Admin Tech 15, maybe? I'll go back and fix Diplo up a little bit. Just focus on that for a good long while. But yeah, an area here we'll try and be friends with. We're not the same religion, but we are kind of similar religions. They're Coptic, which is like kind of an old form of Christianity. You know, very different from my new and fancy Protestantism we have over here. I can get the next military, which is very important to grab. All for an alliance here. We'll get some superior unit types for some cannons. There we go. I mean, an area is not the best looking guy, but... Can I check an area? I can check kind of. Not, I don't want overtime, I want regular income comparison. Yeah, they're not the best looking guy, but they do live in the mountains for some good defensiveness. And they have a decent looking army, I think. I'm gonna check size. Yeah, it's not awful. If I could get you both, actually, that would be nice, but I know Portugal just broke that. Yeah, they definitely just broke that royal marriage as well, which is nice. Thank you, Portugal, for that one. Now, in theory, we could also declare on Portugal. Oh, but they're allied with France. That is a bit of a pickle, isn't it? A bit of a piece of trouble here, huh? We could declare, but it would bring in France, who is in debt. And they're at war, while also being at debt. Interesting. At war, while also in debt. Sounds like a France thing to do, if that jogs any memories. Anyways, new debate in the Parliament. Let's go for... How about... We could grab the advisors. Oh, that could be useful. That would be half a ducat. 0.57 per month increase for our treasury. Or we could get an extra... well, the trade range isn't super important. The trade power is okay. The merchant's not super useful. Again, our trade is garbage here, so I'm not looking forward to that too much. We might just go with land maintenance, actually. Because at most we're spending 11 per month on land maintenance. And a minus 10% would be like a whole ducat, so... I think we will go for quartering of troops here. Right, yeah, now that we have actual people, we have to make them happy. This is really expensive Diplo, actually. I never usually see it at 10. It's really, really expensive. All we need is 4 to 5 seats, right? I think so. So we can go with 1 admin and 1 Diplo on this matter. Just to save us some money. And yeah, that does save us a pretty decent amount of money. In fact, I can go a little bit down there as well. To get rid of this debt is 175. To ask for some money will take 2 more years, but that'll probably allow us to get straight out of debt immediately. Okay, right, and I said I'd do some imperialism actually, so let me do that. Yearly prestige wouldn't be so bad, but it does cost us. I think I will take it though. Urukwa. Is that our new colony here? It is our new colony. It's so weird. Okay. So Urukwa's a little bit upset. Interesting. So it changes to Catholic. It'll be a while till we can convert it, because we need to turn it into a province. But that's okay. Wait 1 more month here, and we can go for the full annex for our vassal. I'm assuming Maravi's not too high and mighty yet. No, they're still really happy with us, which is good. Actually, we've given them stuff, so they're happy. How about we make you even happier once we start this war, actually? Oh, you guys have forts? Weird. Ooh, I don't like the forts. That's gonna cost my colony a lot. Let me do that. Then let me do this. Yeah, let me just do those things. Or maybe, you're on siege actually, aren't you? So maybe I can just... Maybe I can do that and you'll go over here and solve that, right? Or you'll... Okay, yeah, you can go around and fix that. Good stuff. How many is that? Quite a few. Do you think you could solve the problem over here as well? Would you split off guys to do that? You would not. Okay. Understandable. Okay, so we need 3 guys. Let's just send them 4 in total, you know. Have a total of 4 there. And we'll have these armies on the standby just in case. No, maybe Karagwe, of course. I forgot you were actually here. There we go. You should move over and fix that, so that I don't have to spend any money reinforcing or doing, you know, whatnot, things here and there. Could also do another conversion. It's a little pricey, but I think I'll go for it. After all, we're only spending extra money because of the war. We can also get a new ability. Let me grab the last one. Not super important, but we're doing fine with it. Oh, I don't really want to send out another colony right now. We'll redirect them. That's fine. That'll take a little while, but we can grab the next Diplo. I need 673 because the corruption is rather high. Yeah, I'm gonna try and focus on bringing down corruption with my money after I've done the whole pseudo-imperialism over here. Just invading a bunch of countries. Portugal rivaled me. You know, that's when the game's getting real good. We start to have problems like that. Native uprising taken care of immediately. Bring you guys over here. Now I know they're somewhere. They're always somewhere. They're just sort of lurking, but I don't know where they're lurking. Oh, there they are. Manavi found them. That was easy enough. They weren't that far away. Oh, a revolt in... as expected. That would make sense. Did I lose my... Yeah, I lost my general. That kinda sucks. That's weird. There's no army here, but okay. Those conversions can be done. We'll take, I guess, a new general, or do I want to kill my king? Don't really want to kill my king. I don't entirely want to kill my heir either, because you know, there's always the theory you could get a worse heir. You know, an 8-point heir. He's a little below average, or he's a yeah, he's an 8-point, but he could be worse, and that's the thing I'm a little worried of. If I do get worse, I would never forgive myself. So. I think we're gonna keep things as they are. We'll finish this war off as well. Grab the money. The money's nice. Closer to completing loans, of course. I'll just hand them off. I don't need to touch them, really. So you can have Buhera and Zimbabwe. Good stuff. Now, Benin over here, they're not super happy, but we are seeing a pretty good yearly increase, which is nice. They'll be happy, let's say in like 10 years probably, is when they'll be more than loyal. They'll be willing to fight for me. Let's also just split off a few of these guys as well. I don't think we need that many. We'll bring all the men towards the capital, and we'll start fighting the rebels. This time, hey, is that going to be competent rebel fighting from Quarbit today? Interesting. You don't see that all too often. Okay, let's grab these guys and wrap up today's episode a little bit. I do feel like we got a lot done, and it's looking like a bright future. A rocky start, but a bright future. At least we're going in the right direction. Unless someone declares war on us. But then it'll be a slightly rockier direction until we hold out on, like, the very few places they're willing to land. I don't know, are they ever willing to land, like, here? I'm not really sure. But, I guess we'll find out. Eventually. Alright, you guys do tend to clean up your own messes, so we'll let you do that. While we go deal with this one over here. Please have a garrison. You do have a garrison. Good. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like either of those, actually. This is just a bad event. Gain influence for the 300 Diplo worth of mercantilism. Don't like that. Or 20 loyalty. Yikes. We're gonna have to go with this, which kind of sucks. Because it also increases their, it also increases their influence. Which kind of does suck. I would also like to ask them for money, but that would put them in the negatives, so I'm gonna do it. Of course I'm gonna do it. We'll do that. It'll make them upset for like 4 years or something. I'm not too concerned about it, as long as we have money. And no loans. I don't like loans. There we go. Get rid of those guys. Easy. So we have this one army who is going to be an actual offensive, attacking, capable army who will do things. Which is good. Unfortunately, I think I just got rid of the Mutapa separatists that were gonna be successful here, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Okay, let's see if we can grab one Diplotech, at least. Start off with that. And we'll keep you in there. We'll decrease the maintenance all the way down to about here, I think, which is fine. Pretty decent sum per month, but we'll start out with rooting all the corruption out. Yeah, it's gone a little bit rampant. I think we'll have to get rid of that, won't we? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that. Slowly, but surely over time. Just so it doesn't get out of hand. We'll grab the next admin as well. The next idea group will decide between episodes. This is like the last one we... Is it the last one we get for a little while, I think? It starts to slow down after this, I think. So we'll have to pick something that's kind of useful. I was thinking another military. It would be kind of nice. In theory, economic, because we have poor development, so economic would really help out. We'll have to decide between episodes, though, because for now, this is Quarbit signing off, hoping you had a fun time here this episode, and as always, have a fantastic day. I would like to give a massive shout out to the following amazing patrons. In the $1 tier, we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Rising Runner, and Dylan M. In the $5 tier, we have Mezid Max. And in the $20 tier, we have Chewy Shoot. You guys are doing an amazing job helping me to move this channel forward, and I cannot possibly thank you enough.